Gonna get my deck song. Gonna get my deck song. Going down to get my deck song. This is a song that I sing when I go and get my fucking deck. This is a song I sing when I go and get my fucking deck. Getting my fucking deck on. There's my fucking deck. Fucking drew it, now it's there. Getting my fucking deck song. I got my fucking deck song. There's my fucking deck. There's my fucking deck. I grew it, and now it's fucking mine. There's my fucking deck song. There's my fucking deck song. Got my deck. Got my fucking deck. Now I fucking go inside and I shoot a fucking tutorial. There's my fucking deck song. Motherfucking deck song. Motherfucking deck song. Got my fucking deck. Got my deck! There's nothing that magicians love more than interspecies gay sex. That and a really good triumph routine. Every magician has their own version. This is just one of probably 36,000 that I've come up because, you know, I'm fucking good at this shit. So, I'm going to show you guys this now. It's going to use this deck. So, first thing you need to do is you have the deck out of the box and the deck gets shuffled. Of course, you make sure to show the spectators that it's not one of those TV magic trick cards. So, you can mix the deck up as much as you want. But ultimately, you have a card selected and you decide to make it harder on yourself. People are so used to finding cards that you decide to make it a little bit harder. So what you're going to do is that you're going to mix the cards face up and face down. Yeah, that's right. So that way it's not just you pick a card and you find it. This time you have some face down cards going into face up cards. So now it would be impossible to find a fucking card. So you show the deck, there's face up cards, there's face down cards, there's cards going the right way, cards going the wrong way. So you stick their card in the giant mess that is the deck, and you stick it in all the way. At this point, you'd make a magical gesture over the deck, like a snap, and nothing happens. And then you make another snap, and then a third snap, and that's when the actual color change happens. And you show that the deck is actually all suddenly well, we missed one card, but whatever. The entire deck has fixed itself. Well, you don't think that one card that didn't fix itself, you don't think it's and of course it ends up being the King of Hearts, the card that they picked. Which puts you in the perfect position to have all the interspecies gay sex that you would like to have. The trick itself is very simple to do. However, there are a couple different variations that you could do. So there are two different ways that you can actually get into this particular method. The first way is by reversing the second and third card before you even start. That is my preferred way. But if you are adventurous and have a massive penis, you could actually do it right before the trick starts, so you can have them mix the deck as much as they want. Then they have a card selected. While they're busy looking at this card, in this case is the two of spades, you're going to get a break below the second card from the top of the deck in preparation for a move known as the Broadway reversal, which looks a little bit like this, done of course exaggerated. So what that move accomplishes is that it puts the two face down cards in the back. To break this move further down for our friends in France that might be a little bit retarded, you grab half the deck and turn it face up. You put this right on top of the deck, maintaining the break. So what that does is that it puts you with these cards face up, followed by the two face down cards. Then you simply grab the rest of the deck and put that face up on top. It should just look like you're cutting the deck face up, but this puts you in a position that we need to be in. Of course, the card, you don't know what it is. And you could also get in this position the same way by having the second and third card reversed from the start, so that when they pick a card, you just make sure that you push a block and hide those two cards so they don't see it and it ruins the fucking trick. Now at this point, all you have to do is get rid of this card, and we do that with a move by Harry Lorayne, of which I hope he doesn't rape me in the ass for showing. So you get a pinky break on the bottom card by pressing up on the upper right corner, which gives enough space for your pinky to stick in there. What you were going to do at this point is do a swing cut and drag the bottom card along the ride. So what that does is that it puts that card in the back of the left hand pile. You can do a couple more swing cuts as long as you make sure that the right half goes underneath, which puts you in the exact same position that we need to be in after the Broadway reversal. The next move we're going to do is to give the illusion that you're going to mix the cards face up and face down. To get into this, you're going to get a break in the same way that we did before, pushing down in the upper right corner and sticking your pinky in there like it's prom night. Remember, you are pressing down in the upper right corner, which should give you enough space to get a break. You're going to transfer that over to the right hand and have a thumb break at the same time that you swing cut into the left hand. Now you're going to do two motions at the same time. First thing, you're going to deposit that broken card, or that card of the break, however you want to fucking say it, at the same time that you're going to turn both your wrists. So one more time, you're going to get a pinky break, you're going to swing cut the card, and then you're going to put this half on top of that half, deposit the card underneath the break at the same time that you revolve both packets face up. So what this does is that it puts you in a position to mix the cards apparently face up and face down. So in speed, the move should look a little bit like this. There you go. So what that does is that it puts one half with one face-up card above it, and then the other half has one face-up card all the way in the back. So this puts you in a position so that when you Pharaoh shuffle these cards together, all you have to look out for is that the nine of clubs stays first in the deck, as well as the back card stays last, so that this card here stays first and that this card here stays last. So when you do the Pharaoh, it doesn't have to be a perfect Pharaoh as long as you keep those cards in position, and that puts you in the perfect position to do a display. I'm going to show you in a little bit, but that is what we're looking for there. So you have one card covering the face down cards, and this card, of course, covering the rest of the face up cards, so that when you transfer these cards over to your left hand, it's going to put you in a perfect position to do a very sneaky display that the spectators will almost bet their dicks that the cards are being shuffled face down and face up. So you grab about half the deck, making sure not to expose the bottom card, which is of course going to be facing the wrong direction. You grab about half and you riffle those up as you turn the whole pile over, saying that you're turning face down cards and you're shuffling it into face up cards, doing the same motion. This display is to further emphasize that the cards are actually being shuffled face up and face down, so that when you square this up, you should have one face down card on top, followed by the rest of the deck face up, and one card the other way in the back. Just because I know I'm gonna have some sort of Irish potato fuck that does not understand this, I'm gonna repeat the whole actions again. So remember, you have two face down cards in the back. You get a pinky break, you do the Tenkai reversal move as we discussed. Remember to keep that card there, so that when you do a Pharaoh, making sure to keep the face up card in the front and the face down card in the back. It puts you in position to do the display. So of course, making sure not to show that card, you grab half the cards and you riffle them up, then you turn the whole pile over. You do the same with the face up cards. When you square this up, it's going to put you in the position that we need to be in. You fucking potato fuck. So now you can just do a false shuffle. I like to do a double undercut to show that there are face up cards and face down cards. So for this, it's just a swing cut and another double undercut. So then I grab the bottom card, turn this face up to show that the cards are going every single which way. And at this point, you're ready to put their card inside of this mess of a deck. So that's what you do. You grab their card and you say you're going to put their card to make it harder on yourself in the middle of this deck. You square it up. So all really you have to do now is turn that card on top face up via any color change you want, and you're able to display the triumph. So for this, I do that snap color change that we discussed in a different video. Of course, the color change looks like shit if you don't have a cover for it. So what I like to do is have that little snap. So it looks like that. It looks like the deck fixed itself. Of course, if you're too lazy to do that, you can just as simply turn the card face up and say that that should be enough to fix the deck. But that's only if you really want to be a faggot about it. So try to go for the color change. Even if you might mess up the first time, just make sure to keep snapping over it until the card flips over. They don't know what you're doing anyways. And then at that point, you can show the deck to be fixed apart from one card, which of course is their card, assuming you have followed all the steps and you are not autistic. And that is a fantastic triumph routine you can really do anytime, anywhere. And the reason I like to do it is pretty much for that display in the middle. So when you get to the point where you get the cards face up and you're shuffling them face down, so let me get to that position again. You get to this, you do the Tenkai reversal, you're Pharaohing the cards. Really, the only reason I do this trick is for this display right here. That shit gets my dick wet because it really looks like you're mixing the face up cards into face down cards. So I just like to do that and sometimes pleasure myself to videos of that display. So it's a great triumph routine. I hope you guys can also get your dicks wet doing it. I mean, that's what we need as a society. We have too much conflict going on, so we just got to make sure to get our dicks wet as often as possible. Just do some card tricks and then just make sure to shoot your load everywhere. Happiness. That's what's going to be shooting out your dick or vagina. Talking to my 3% female demographic there. Send me pictures of titties.
You again, when I see 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 you again, when I see